Hello, this is Pastor Stephen Deritu Muiruri, a motivational speaker, relationship coach of Ideal Realized International Company. Due to public demand to speak on the current topic of sexuality or homosexuality, I hereby present to you the endgame in homosexuality debate by Pastor Stephen N. Muiruri. Now, what is this LGBT and homosexuality conversation all about? This is a conversation that presents itself in the name of human rights, as an academic subject, or a religious conversation. But what is the real issue at stake here? This is a well thought out strategy by some forces that use influential platforms in the society, such as celebrity, top world leaders, governments, science, academic arguments, religious institutions or leaders to mischievously advance an evil agenda against humanity. It's war against anything healthy, anything human, and anything godly. What are the risk factors in this lifestyle that are not mentioned often in main media platforms? Here are the risks as listed. There are health risks related to this homosexuality lifestyle. Men who have sex with men are more likely to develop anal cancer, according to CDC, Center for Disease Control, and as a matter of fact, have multiple partners and are more likely to contract diseases such as AIDS and infections that can lead to anal cancer. Participating in this activity is taking a huge gamble with our body and future life. 2% of US population is gay, yet it accounts for 61% of HIV infection of all new infections in 2009. This is according to CDC. 25% are unaware of their infection in UK. Health Protection Agency said, clearly, the disease statistics related to homosexual lifestyle prove that such a lifestyle is harmful not only to self but others. What are the effects related to stress? Now, there is a tendency of such people to suffer from high stress levels, showing the effect both emotionally and in their body. Under stress, such people will suffer from heart problems, sleeping disorders, headaches, stomach problems, irritability, mood changes, drug and alcohol abuse, and more. Now, homosexuals are about 50% more likely to suffer from depression and engage in substance abuse than the rest of population, as reported by health24.com, and the risk of suicide jumped over 200% if an individual had engaged in a homosexual lifestyle. The lifestyle of a homosexual is on average 24 years shorter than that of a heterosexual, while some articles indicate that homosexuals may be pushed to substance abuse and suicide because of anti-homosexual cultural and family pressures. Empirical tests have proven that there is no difference in their health risks depending on level of tolerance in particular environment. This according to onenewsnow.com. This is all as a result of outright rebellion against our own self and against God. And I quote from self, rebellion against God is rebellion against self. Now, what are the effects of this lifestyle on the society that encourages or accepts this kind of lifestyle? Higher sexual molestation will be evident. 29% of adult children of homosexual parents have been molested compared to 0.6% adult children of the heterosexual parents. Homosexuality also leads to increase in incest risks, according to P. Cameroon and K. Cameroon on his book Homosexual Parents. 31, 1996, page 77-2. Unfortunately, pedophilia is now being pushed by the same evil forces as being another sexual orientation where adults need to be given right to have sex with minors or children, or to make it clear, to rape minors or children. Promiscuity in the society will go at a very high rate. This is because, according to research, 83% of the homosexual men surveyed estimated they had sex with 50 or more partners in their lifetime. 43% estimated they had sex with 500 or more partners, and 28% with 1,000 or more partners. This according to the book Bell and Weiberg, page 3 of 8, ExodusGlobalAlliance.org. Now, this tells us that there is none or low rate of sexual fidelity among the homosexual and lesbians. Does anyone think this is healthy for any society? Last but not least, if we don't produce children, our society will die. There won't be enough people to support the infrastructure, medical needs, economic development, etc. Therefore, this is dangerous because it cannot produce children to further the society. Now, what is my take on this subject? Homosexuality is a danger to society because of its endgame. And what is this endgame? Endgame number 1, increased death rate. The lifespan of homosexuals is said to be 24 years less of heterosexual counterparts. This is because of their risky lifestyles such as immorality, violence, drug addiction, etc. You know what that means? It means we'll have low population or no people on earth. Reduced birth rate. This is because the more we have such relationships, the more we have less children, hence affecting reproduction for the advancement of society. Endgame 3. Life void of morals and values. These will lead to a world of no morals, rules, laws, or boundary. Values and principles make a man. Without them, results are dysfunctional and catastrophic society where anybody is free to do anything, and that will open up the world to more evil such as incest, pedophilia, substance abuse, infidelity, rape, every form of abuse, murder, lies, idol worship, self-worship, evil leadership, and poor governance. Endgame 4. Rebellion. These ultimately will lead the world in outright rebellion against self, humanity, and God, and that will spell doom for humanity. Kindly note that there are evil forces that want to force God out of earth. God is our life and our existence. Without Him, we are all doomed. Will you just sit there and do nothing? This is the time to stand and be counted. A stand for family is a stand for God. A stand for God is a stand for humanity. If one is suffering from moral decay and deficiency or psychological disorder of some kind, that person needs help, or if not, should be treated as such, sick. But nobody, no matter who they are, should coerce, convince, compel us to accept that which is evil and a danger to humanity in the disguise of human rights. If those rights endanger human existence and continuity of a cohesive society, which is the case in the current debate of redefinition of marriage, that ceases to be a right in whatever form. For a right is a right as long as it does not endanger the life of self and others. That is like saying an Ebola patient or victim should not be isolated for treatment, but should be accepted and treated as a healthy person as a human right. I applaud the United Nations Human Rights Council for passing pro-family resolution aimed at protecting family on 9th July 2015 in Geneva. Now and henceforth is the time for Kenya, Africa, and indeed the world to say no to any attempts to distort or corrupt family before it is too late. I conclude by saying a stand for family is a stand for humanity. God bless us all. Ideal Realized International Consultancy, your ultimate love, relationship and marriage partner, with Pastor Stephen Muiruri, presenting the Marriage Transformer series, an insightful discussion on topics such as: can men be faithful? Wife material, is it character or looks? Men's perspective on sex, the power of submission, the man ego, jealousy in men, and many others. Be inspired.